Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here in Istanbul. This is my maybe 6th or 7th time coming to this country, and always I have a lot of fun. I enjoy very much the food, the hospitality, and I love the people. So thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure. My name is Yoav HOSHEN. I'm one of the co-founders of Water.io. We are a startup located in Tel Aviv. And in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to share with you some of our vision about smart packaging and what it means. Let's see. Green. Perfect. So we live in a very fast-changing world. We know that. World doesn't look very much like it used to be only 10 or 20 years ago. I see here people that are over the age of teenagers. So I guess 95% of us remember what it was to live before smartphone, before data, before connectivity, before taxi, internet, and so on. And today we see that technology actually changes many aspects of our lives. We see big data, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, autonomous cars soon are to be traveling in our roads, voice assistants like Amazon, Siri, and Apple, and so on. And all these affect many of the things that we do today. And it's not only that the technologies are changing, but actually we as consumers and our customers as consumers are changing as well. And this doesn't seem to bypass the consumer packaged goods industries. So consumer packaged goods industry is going through dramatic changes today. Consumers today, more than ever, and we heard that also with some of the previous speakers that have been talking before, demanding personalized product, just-on-time delivery when products are about to run out. Customers are much more reluctant and much more interested about understanding about the health and wellness issues of the things that they consume, and sustainability, like we heard in several times in the previous discussions, is a major thing today. But not only consumers are changing, brands are changing as well. And when we talk about brands today, and for those here in the audience which are brands, you know that very well, disrupted by several new things. From one thing, there are newcomers to your category that sell direct to consumer, that understand the consumers sometimes much better than traditional big companies. Then Amazon in the countries where it operates, and even private labels for retailers that push the price down. So all these are presses from different directions that change what's going on with the brands. And data. Data is going into that equation and actually is the engine and the oil that drive through consumers and through brands. And that data is one thing that is missing today in the equation when I go and buy in the supermarket or the grocery store. I buy whether it's a water bottle, a food, a pharmaceutical or drug or vitamin, even home care, laundry product, cosmetics, beauty. Where is the data? How can it be that I buy a bottle that has a liquid or solid inside, usually a plastic bottle, and it works pretty much like it worked 10 years ago, 50 years ago, maybe 100 years ago? Just a liquid inside a bottle. Where is the data in that? Where is the personalization? Where is the additional value? And that's exactly what I'm going to share today with you, and that's the revolution of smart packaging and Internet of Packaging. So when we talk about Internet of Packaging, we actually see several stages that differentiate it. Level 0, no smart package. That's, even today, most of the 99% of the products. No wisdom at all. It's a vessel and a liquid or a solid inside. Level 1 is a single code, usually RFID. For those of you probably know, it's not for consumer because our phones don't read RFID. It's mainly for maintaining inventory. Level 2 is a single code, But for consumer, usually a QR code to scan with a camera of the phone, or an NFC tag that I need to touch with my phone the bottle and get a link. But that's a passive smart packaging, meaning I need to do something and I get a link with some promotion, with some additional information or video. Level 3 is already a unique product code per each product. This is most common in premium packages and also in some drugs as well. That's for fraud, okay, for actually finding out if the product is not original. But again, it's not for consumer engagement. What I'm going to share with you today is about level 4 and 5, which is smart packaging. It is active. It is measuring how I use the product. It delivers data to the brand and create two-way engagement between the package, consumer from one side, and the brand on the other side. And that's what Water.io is doing, by the way. So smart packaging and Internet of Packaging, or the way we call it IOP, what are the capabilities of that? It measures how I use the product. For example, the cap has some tiny piece of technology inside that measures if I open and close the cap. It can measure the liquid level that remains in the bottle after I close it. It can remind me to use the product, so the bottle can blink. So suddenly, my cap here starts to blink, remind me to drink water, measure how much I drink water. Same goes with drugs and with other products as well. It reports that data from the cap to my phone, and from there to the cloud, and from the cloud to the brand. So suddenly, Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Unilever or P&G or Revlon or Henkel, suddenly they know who Yoav is and how I use the product. And even if I stopped using the product, they know. Maybe I move to a competitor. And all this is a very valuable data that is not there in the market today, and it can be in the market today. Some other pieces of the Internet of Packaging are personal profile. So I download an app as a consumer, I put my profile, so suddenly I say, that's my age, that's my weight and height, so now I can get personalized reminders how much to drink, because how much I need to drink or what drug I need to take is different from other people. And even for me to drink today is different from what I need to drink tomorrow, because it was a hot day today and I was walking a lot, and all that are additional pieces of data that get into the equation and allows a better service for me as a consumer. Engagement is the part that talks between the brand and the consumer. And all that data becomes available to the brand through a dashboard. So now suddenly the brand can know who are the customers in Istanbul area or in Turkey area, and what are the ages that they use the product, and how they use it, how this is related to weather or to campaign and all that. All that, those pieces that are very natural for us when we go online, but today they are not part of the bottles that we use. So how it works, Internet of Packaging platform works this way. On one side there are the smart caps. These smart caps use different technologies that they can be measured and they can be used or reused even for 1 year. They can come as a single-use cap or as an overcap that goes on top of the existing cap, becomes part of the cap, and then it can be removed and moved to the other products. I'm going to show a few examples of that. And that goes through Bluetooth. All the information from the package goes through Bluetooth to my phone as a consumer, from there to the cloud dashboard, and we have a variety of products that can be empowered with that. These are some examples from our customers, how they use and screens on the phone for their apps. Okay, so it's a white label app. It's not the same app for reminding me to take my pill on time or how much to drink water and so on, or replenish my laundry liquid when it is about to run out. And the data, of course, is available like this, and we can show live demo maybe later. So on a single unit, on a single user or on a global user. This is, by the way, a real screen capture I took from my computer when I logged in into the service and looked who are using smart cups right now. So what are the advantages of the Internet of Packaging platform? From the brand point of view, it's about knowing the customer, understand how they use a product, enabling direct-to-consumer engagement, use the data even to upsell additional product, reduce the plastic waste by sending a refill package instead of the original package. Think about big plastic of laundry liquid again, or a vitamin now can be shipped with a refill, which is maybe disposable. Why? Because I get a better service as a consumer. Because and the brand get me subscribed to their service, so suddenly they don't just send me or sell to me additional package, but actually a service. And from the consumer point of view, we mentioned that these are better product, personalized, automatically reorder themselves when they're about to run out, sustainable. And what's important for both brand and consumer is that there is no need to change neither the production lines from the brand point of view or from the consumer point of view to change behavior. So I don't need to tap, to scan with my camera, nothing. I just keep using the product as it is. It just becomes smart and does everything automatically. These are some examples of products that are enabled by the Internet of Packaging. We mentioned the categories. Want more to focus on medicines and vitamins and on food and beverage. These are two growing categories, but we see value in the other categories as well. These are real examples and success stories that we see from current customers and big brands, global brands that are moving quickly to capture the market share. Danone Water just launched in Spain a service and smart cup, reusable smart cup that they call Coach 2O. It's a Coach and H2O, right? So it's a water coacher. Remind me to drink, so that over cup over there blinks. It removes from the bottle to bottle. For that brand, from Via, which is the non-water brand. It measures what's the liquid level that remains in the bottle. It connects to an app with a Coach 2O brand, and of course, it provides all the data to Danone. Sanofi in Italy launched earlier this year, a smart cup that comes with each one of those products that actually remind people also to use the product. And the one below is an Israeli company branched by Eden Springs, which is they put one single reusable overcap that goes in every 6-pack of water bottles that goes from one bottle to another, reminds people to drink by blinking. And here are some data about those stories and some other. On vitamins and supplements and pharmaceutical, we see an improved adherence of 34% due to the fact that people get remembered to take their pill on time. Now, it's very important, not only that I can get reminder to take my pill on time, because it's data now, that data is available. So I can get actually a reminder if my father or mother or grandpa didn't take their drug on time. Now I get a notification on my phone and I say, okay, I can pick up the phone and say, hello, grandma, you didn't take your pill this morning, please take it. So when data becomes available, it can be available for family members, for doctors, for caregivers, and so on. So we saw dramatic improvement in adherence. We saw that people that stopped using, in this case, the vitamins and supplements, actually got personalized messages and got back on service and took that pill on time, and it was very effective. And that now several companies are rolling out this service. On other categories, on smart hydration, like I mentioned before, this data coming from customers such as Danone, such as Eden Springs, they saw an increase of 20% in consumption. People just drink more water because they get reminded to drink. Now we see a few people in the audience picking up their bottles and drinking because we need to be reminded to drink, right? We don't drink enough. That's a well-known problem. Same goes for sales. People go for that brand that offers that. It's not anymore just a bottle. It's a bottle that provides additional value for the consumer. So now a mother can give this to different kids and even measure and say, well done, you have been drinking enough water today in kindergarten or in school and so on. So these are just a few examples. The presentation is short in time, but of course we'll be happy to elaborate. I'm going to finish with a few words about the company. So this is the part for promoting Water.io. We work on a B2B business model, meaning the brands are our customers. We provide a full turnkey solution of service, data, applications with the brand app and smart caps. We work closely with the packaging companies as well, so we license the technology as well. We were founded 4 years ago. We are 3 co-founders. In my background, I built a few companies before, all are about technologies, deep technology and so on. Several patents, already 500,000 smart caps in the market, so it's not big numbers for whoever here manufacture caps, but it's big number for the potential of smart caps. We eventually think that hundreds of billions of caps and closures that are in the market today, eventually many of them will become smart, like all those phones, Nokia phones that used to be and were replaced by smartphones, pretty much similar. Some selected customers, partners, and awards that we got. We have more, but these are my details, and I'll welcome any questions later.